Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Dan, and for the last 10 months I have been out in the freelance world doing digital marketing. It's February 2018, so this is a quick recap of how that month has been. Out of all the months that I've done, this has probably been the most worrying. And the reason for that is because there just hasn't been as much work coming in. In itself, that's great to say because it means the last 9 months have been full order books all round. But as I say, February came along and that order book wasn't full. So I started to get a bit worried as to where that work is going to come in from. I spent a good number of days and hours thinking about how I was going to get that extra work to come in. And I realised 2 things. It really doesn't matter if my order book isn't full. At the end of the day, there's going to be busy times and there's going to be quieter times. And it's just making sure that you're planning for those quieter times in terms of having reserve funds on the one hand, and also having activities that you can fill that other time with. And after a lot of thinking, it became a bit less scary because I've had a contingency plan in place, and so I put that into action. The good thing about digital marketing is that if you haven't got work coming in, that you can use those digital marketing skills to be able to promote yourself. With that, my first big project was to create optimized landing pages on my own website. And I'm happy to say that in the 6 weeks between doing that and recording this now, they are all ranking, they are all bringing in just little bits of traffic, but off that I have already had business coming in. So that means that in a roundabout way, that any time that I'm not spent working on other clients means that I can work on promoting myself. So actually, it's all been good, and March is looking much better in terms of work coming in. The next fantastic thing that happened to me during February was that I was invited to speak at the Met Office. Now, for those of you just outside of the UK, the Met Office is the UK's institution for everything to do with weather, and it happens to be based just in Exeter, which is just up the road from where I live in Devon. It was really good. I was pretty nervous, but public speaking is something that I'm trying to work on over the months and years ahead. It's partly why I started this, as a way of effectively being able to communicate ideas. It's great if you can sit behind a computer and do the work, but actually if you can't communicate what you're doing, then it makes life a lot harder for you. So yeah, I went and did that. I was pretty nervous about the whole thing, but I tried to plan, memorize my slides, and to be honest, any additional nerves which came along, I tried to burn off in the gym. When it actually gets to big events like that, I seem to sort of work through all the anxiety and nerves beforehand, and then when it actually gets to the event itself, there's a strange sense of calm that comes over me, do whatever it needs to be done, and afterwards you have no recollection of what you've said, but overall it went very well. I'm hugely grateful to the Met Office for inviting me along to speak on that. The other good thing in February was that I won a strategy. Now, a digital strategy looks at where a organisation is, where they want to go to, and then essentially it's a digital marketer's job to work out how to get from there to there. That's the easy way of looking at it. In itself, it forms a massive document based on a hell of a lot of research and a hell of a lot of interviews over a good couple of month period, and it sets out all the different tactics and things businesses should do and shouldn't do, and where they need to put their money in order to be able to achieve their objectives. I've been going out to speak to loads of different people, getting their opinions about where this organisation is in particular, and hopefully we'll have the results of that in the next couple of months. I personally love really big projects rather than lots of micro granular tasks for all sorts of different clients, because it means you can learn absolutely tons about a specific organisation and how they operate digitally. Other than that, freelance life is going pretty well. Probably not as exciting as the first 6 months, if I'm completely honest with you, but it is still very, very good thing to do, which I'm still enjoying. I've got a few things planned in the background which I can't say anything more about at the moment because I don't want to release anything half-baked and unfinished, but March has already started to be a much better month. If you have your own questions about what digital marketing life is like or what freelance life is like, feel free to stick a comment in the box below, and I will be back next month with an account of what March has been like for me in the digital marketing world. March is month 11 of 12 for me, making up the full year that I have been freelancing for. So I'm starting to think a lot about where it goes from here, what's going to happen when it comes to year 2. If you like these videos, feel free to give it a like, and if you want to see what's happening in the months ahead with my freelance digital marketing life, make sure you hit that subscribe button too, and I'll be back next month with another video. Thanks very much for watching. Bye bye.